Hello everyone, welcome back to the Battlefield. Siege Ryan here. We have another Pauper video. This is Abzen, a Breathless Knight. This is the list that I posted the other day. I made a couple changes. I played a couple scratchies on just Magic Online, and then I felt like I wanted to try out some more cards. So think about this as not like a full polished deck, please, okay? This is going to have lots of changes, and honestly, write in the comments what you think about this deck and what you would change based on the games that you saw, and also a bit of your theory crafting. Because honestly, I feel like this deck has potential, but what I really wanted to try and what I wanted you to see is when I'm building new decks, and probably a lot of people will do this as well, is it's good just to try out a couple different bits and bobs. So I got a real core part of this deck. So obviously we're running Breathless Knight, which is the card that everyone loves. So it's a 3-mana card, flying lifelink. Whenever this creature or another creature that you control enters, if it entered from the graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So people have been trying to make Breathless Knight work in the past with things like, sometimes, I haven't really seen Cauldron Familiar that much. This is where the engine really goes with this deck. But you know, stuff like Lunark Veteran and stuff like that. And they're using like Unearth and Recommission. Recommission is good because even though it's 3 or less, so you can get the Breathless Knight back, it targets it counts itself, so it comes back as a 4/4 with flying lifelink. So it can be quite good if you say, you know, Malevolent Rumble, and then next turn you recommission into a Breathless Knight. I just had this thought of like trying green out with it because I really like Malevolent Rumble, and the tokens work well with the Ice Cream Kitty, and just having this Gates package is really, really beneficial with actually getting things to work and making things like a Lunark Veteran the other side of it, the Disturb side, which also allows the Breathless Knight to get in, crack him for lots of damage, or just make like a Cauldron Familiar, a random token, or a Satyr Wayfinder, just like a lethal threat. Because a lot of time you can get a lot of 1/1 creatures in play, so I wanted something else that can win the game, and Satyr Wayfinder, Rumble can help find the Basilisk Gate. So anyway, that's kind of the core of the deck. I wanted to kind of amalgamize like what we've seen in the Pestilence, Food, Cauldron Familiar decks, and then I felt like kind of Ice Cream Kitty sits in the middle there as well. So Cauldron Familiar obviously comes back when you have food that you can sacrifice. It comes back. It's a creature that comes out of the graveyard, which means Breathless Knight gets bigger. So my idea is I want to fill the graveyard up with Cauldron, well, just one Cauldron Familiar is fine, have some level of sack through Ice Cream Kitty, and then draw cards, bring the Familiars back, and then have this really cool Abzen mid-range shell with just a pretty generalized sideboard as well that probably needs changing. I have played these matches already. I already have thoughts. If you want to see my thoughts, you can go to the end of the video. Really, I think this could be a crowdsourced deck. Like I said, I tried different numbers of cards just to see how they are. Yes, I'm aware Sacred Cat is embalmed, so it's not actually the card coming out of the graveyard, but I'm still taking like a page out of the book of the other Gates decks, where sometimes you just need some redundant creatures where if you're whiffing on your Malevolent Rumbles, you have these times where you can just get a Sacred Cat off of it, and you just play a Sacred Cat that has embalmed off, that has lifelink, that you can just power up the gate and just survive a couple turns if you need, or something like that, while you're waiting for your big finish with Breathless Knight. Or sometimes that just gets you there. Or you can Malevolent Rumble, get a Sacred Cat, sacrifice the Sacred Cat because it's a creature / token, and draw a card. So I just kind of wanted this weird Abzen combo shell. What I have noticed, and you'll probably notice as well, is it's quite a mana hungry deck. So when you encapsulate like tap lands on top of things like using the Ice Cream Kitty, suddenly it gets a little bit harder and a bit competing about like, well, what am I actually doing this turn? Am I trying to draw more cards, progress my board state, or try and stabilize to some extent? So I'm very curious to know what you guys think about this one. And as you know, we're very close to 1,000 subscribers. So thanks for going through with this March Madness. This is this week of just a video a day, which I don't normally do. I normally just do 2 to 3 videos a week. So thank you very much for coming along this journey with me. If you do want to support me, you can use Mana Traders. They are a good service. That's how I just play all these random decks. You can use code word Siege Ryan and get a little bit of money off after a couple of months if you want. I do have a coffee as well, which is in the description, which you can just shout me a coffee if you just want to support me some other way. Or I did do memberships, which I was talking about in my stream. I didn't think anyone would be interested, but if you are interested, I put it at the lowest setting for costings if you just want to send me through like $1 if you want to support me in one way or the other. Or just donate to charity. That's the other option anyway. So this is the deck. Let's try it out. Let me know what you think, please, and I'll see you in the first match. This hand's keepable. I think, yeah, we still just go with our tap lands first, and then we'll play the carrot cake. No real threats straight up, though. Ice Cream Kitty's nice. We'll play this one in black. Again, we don't have to play anything straight away. We just pass. It might be worth it to play Ice Cream Kitty next turn, maybe. Wonder if we're playing a spy combo here, maybe. Okay, looks like mono black control leash kind of dealio. Let's play carrot cake. Yeah, let's play carrot cake and try and look for a Breathless Knight. That's good. We'll keep that on top. It's our best form of a clock, and with the Ice Cream Kitty and whatnot, like we can play Ice Cream Kitty next turn and start sacking, drawing stuff, whatnot. They can exhume if they want to, or they're not yet. Okie doke. Let's name this. I kind of want it on white though, because we have a bunch of these other white pips. Let's get them for 1. And then yeah, let's just play out this kitty. Itty bitty kitty. We'd be looking to try and line up another land though, I think. The next thing on our agenda is we need to get a Cauldron Familiar. Fnatic Offering. That's also a good draw. Fnatic Offering would be good. Probably even like a Rumble into Offering. Because if we can use the Jolted Away for something. They have 10 cards in hand, and they did not hit another land. Big Yuff. A Curse Marauder, not our problem. They're just straight mono black here. Okay, this are the land. Look, I think they're going to be spinning the wheels more, so let's just actually play the Nutrient Block. And then let's just play the Breathless Knight and just start soaking in some damage, I think. Hang on, sorry, we'll play the land. And yeah, I'm just doing it all now anyway, just shortcutting, because we don't need too much right now. And yeah, they're just because they're on, they got 2 lands. It's like they can either deal with the Breathless Knight or try and progress their board to try and hit another land. Well, Trolls another land. They're only Curse Marauders, it's making me think they're running some other specific stuff as well. So can we get a Cauldron Familiar, please? Sacred Cat's nice. It's very good against the Curse Marauder. Let's attack. And let's even probably just play the Carrot Cake. I could have even souped up the Breathless Knight really, but let's just play. We can do that next turn, I think. We can play this. Let's just play another Carrot Cake, I think, as well. And just aim for. They can cast down the Breathless Knight, that's fine. That's the least of their problems. Let's look for more lands. Fnatic Offering. I think we need. Let's just think for a second. They're on 13. We can activate it once onto the Sacred Cat. And then what is that? That's, I think a gate's probably best thing for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A heat gate would be good. I mean, we don't even need to really anyway. We use Fnatic Offering. Well, I think that's fine to keep on top, especially if they do anything specific. We haven't really wanted to use this Ice Cream Kitty yet. Alright, 4 swamps. This makes me think they have another cast down. They do. I still think what we do is we just bring back the Sacred Cat, to be honest. I think we Basilisk Gate this turn. Oh, they're very Macabing as well. I mean, yeah, can't do anything about that. In this case, I don't want to go hard on that just yet. Let's go, we do get rid of a land when we do that, though. Let's, here's our 1 black source there as well. Let's do a Fnatic Offering and just hit the block. Alright. That's good. Let's play Basilisk Gate and just soup up one of the rabbits. I think it'll be enough, to be honest. Yeah, it's a 2-turn clock. It's kind of exactly what we wanted to draw, really. Because now we can just go... Well, we can almost just double it. Double it and give it to the next person. And we just make a rabbit a 2-2 the whole time. And we cast down whatever blocks they have. If they have a blocker, Tithing Blade, we'll just name a rabbit. Right, and they have to keep it cast down. I'm genuinely fine if they cast down anyway, because it just means they're gonna have to hit this this other rabbit. White black I want still. I want double white actually. Yeah, I think Jolted Awake might be good. I'm also thinking as well is that let's just keep up cast down. Let's do the map token and put a Lunite better in it because it's the same thing. Alright, land, we will just play this. Get him for 1, and then we can just, with the planes, we can double it now. Well, with our lands, we can just do 1 on each, and hopefully that gets us there. Everything's so recursive, and we can bring back the bloody disturbed creature, and or our carrot cakes make 1/1s. Like, this feels hard to deal with now. Can't even block her in removal spell. Yep, okay, we won game 1. There we go. It was still like a slog, but we got there. Graveyard wise, I'm curious whether they do just hit us with like a Curse Marauders and Unearth. So I think if we bring in these, because now we got this in the Cauldron Familiar still, I'm less keen on the recommissions because I'm mindful they're probably going to do some dodgy stuff as well. I think we maybe even just bring in the Duresses and try and hit their Fanatical Offerings and whatnot. And maybe drop down on a cat, drop down on a Wayfinder. Well, we kind of want to keep the cats in anyway to try and hit. Let's drop Ice Cream Kitty. Maybe a Carrot Cake. I wouldn't mind just keeping some of the other draw options. Fanatical Offerings, I think cast sense are too important. If they are playing a troll, at least we can get rid of it then. I think this is fine, especially with the nutrient block we can use on the... Oh no, sorry, we don't have enough land. Ugh. The gate's wrong. It's alright, we do have plays with other things. Okay, there we go, no play mistakes. We'll play this name in black. Good hand, good hand. And then next turn, I think we still play block Duress. And then we can use Offering and try and find the land. Yeah, we want to find the sack for this so they don't get the Acre Wellspring straight away. I think it's going to be pretty important. Okay, yeah, let's see what's going on with those pearly whites over there. Let's open them up. Oh, they got Crypt Rats as well. Eviscerator's got flashback, but I think it's probably too good not to hit currently. The cast down doesn't matter too much for us. Lemus is good for them, so they're more of a Gardens deck, to be honest. Let's play Heatgate. Let's play the block. And the next turn, we're probably going to, at the beginning of our turn, actually just do the Fanatical Offering first. Okay, the Limbusing. We knew that was going to happen. Crypt Rats seems good. But that's why we have cast down. We kept cast down in our deck. Okay. Yeah, well, now we've got the land. We can't rumble straight away. We could rumble if we want to do it that way. I think we just play this. Let's name green so we can rumble next turn and we can recommission if we want to. And then, yeah, I think we just Fanatical Offering the nutrient block, to be honest. It's probably the best use of our mana. And then, yeah, really we want to be finding, I mean, Breathless Knight is good still because they don't have any graveyard removal. Curse Marauders is still obviously good. We kind of need to find like a cat, I think, which is where Rumble comes in. And the Crypt Rats doesn't matter as much, especially once we find a cast down. Yeah, so put the Rock Farm back, they've got a Swamp there. Play the Lembus. So we know some of the cards at least. All right, here's another Rumble. Alright, cat's good. So what we probably want to do now is play Rumble. And I want to try and find a spot where I can play... Yeah, let's play Rumble first. Oop, whoopsie boopsie. So I just want to find some stuff that's recommissioned. That's kind of good as well. Let's take the Spell Bomb. Because now I can bring back this Sacred Cat as well, which I kind of want to do this turn with the Cauldron Familiar. I like the idea of that. Let's bring it back this. We embalm it, and then we'll play the Cauldron Familiar. I guess the thing is the Crypt Rats does hit everything, doesn't it? Maybe we can try and map token onto this. It's tricky. I could definitely Crypt Rats and do one to everything next turn. Let's just do this. Yes, put in the graveyard. It's a little bit better. I want to get the spell bomb down just in case they have anything specific. And then, I mean, yeah, if they want to use something with this Crypt Rats, if they want to use the Crypt Rats to deal 2, which they won't. But a Curse Herald is non-token, so this is actually a token. You're just casting that down, okay. Right, they hit us with a Bog. Only hits the Veteran though. I think that's fine. And they got another Limbus. This Crypt Rats is probably the problem child here. I mean, cast down helps with that a lot. So maybe what we do now is, I want to play block. We could rumble first as well. Maybe we rumble first and see what we hit. Just another. Alright, we'll grab a land. We'll play land naming white. And then, yeah, we could even just gate that next turn. It's pretty good. It's just whether we want to just fire off this nutrient block, but I think what we want to do is cast down if they play Crypt Rats. Otherwise, we've been slow rolling the gate, so we can play that on this next turn that we have. It doesn't feel good to get rid of a token. But they might feel like they need to. But we 100%, let's just chalk up this token and get him with it. Do have a Blood Fountain here. Again, what I care about most is them getting back a Crypt Rats. It'd be funny if they're just forced to deal with a random token every turn. I'm kind of happy with that as well though. Let's play this. Now let's just use it. I want to keep the heat gate around. Just tap like this. We don't need green anymore. It just makes all our creatures a threat, which is the thing. I'm just using Viscerators on it. Okay, well they're drawing a lot of cards, that's for sure. So I think here we'll just play our cat out. And then let's play the block. So we have a way to bring the cat back, and then end step, if they do have the Crypt Rats, we can just chuck a thing on it and call it a day. They're drawing a lot of cards. They're drawing a lot of cards. I'd quite happily also take just have that. This rate is gone. Drowned Sorrow. Okay. That's fine. They can't do anything else. And we'll bring back the cat as well on end step. They're playing their own cat. Yikes. And they have plenty of food as well. I mean, Deval handles our cat, don't get me wrong, but also they have so much food as well. Let's just sacrifice our food, draw a card. Okay. They didn't want to deal with it again. I mean, that's why we have lots of recursion in this deck anyway. Alright, this hand's obviously not keepable because we don't have any coloured lands. This is a big yikes as well. We've got a 5, and maybe they're going to 5. These hands have just not been good. Looks like we're going to 4. I mean, yeah, I want to keep just like 2 lands. Yeah, I think this is right. I think just all these lands are important. We can go green, white, veteran, and then we can play white, black, green, black, whatever your heart desires. This is elves. Red, green monsters. Okay, we'll start with our mana gate then. So hopefully we can get set up a way where a Breathless Knight's good here. They don't run that much scary stuff with in terms of graveyard hate. Normally Red, green monsters doesn't, but it's still pretty explosive. You know, they can just go like mountain and just hit a mana gate, and then we're playing another tap land the same go. So it's pretty grim. Okay, that's good for us. Another Arbor Elf, so I can quite easily just go into a Chrysalis here. Next turn. And our hand looks a little bit sad, just playing a Lunak Veteran here, but it is what it is. We kept an extra land so we can still play all our spells. Yeah, just go white, black. Honestly, drawing these extra lands isn't the end of the world because we're definitely going to be running into some level of Thermocast / Stone Rain. Go back to them, see what they do. We definitely have some good plays. This is where the Curse Marauders are good. We bring in those. I think we keep in all our graveyard package shenanigans and just try and go ham like that. This basically they didn't have a Stone Rain to follow up. I guess it's because this was a tap land. Shrivels aren't as good here. I think we just run in the Curse Marauders and the Dawnbringer Clerics for the... Yeah, there it is, Thermoclast. We knew you were coming, we knew you were existing. Alright, we'll just try and play our other lands and hope that's enough. And especially in game 1, really just have to hope they draw that wrong side of their deck. We're going to play this mana gate to make them think that we're cooked on our mana. We just play it on black. Let's... Do I want to attack? Yeah, we'll attack. If they're attacking with their Arbor Elves, they're having a bad time. And that's like the best case scenario for us. So we will attack. They obviously didn't block, which makes sense. Okay, Utopia Sprawl. So more mana than Hot Dinners over there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna just mill a Chrysalis. Maybe we're just getting wow, Venging Hunted. That is a good card. So that is what they call hard to beat in French. Really, we're looking for like a cast down now. Especially because they'll get a basic from this. Yeah, or like... Because we're going to be casting Breathless Knight next turn, which is like another issue. And if we're blocking with the Lunak Veteran, then it's going to be a flyer on a following turn as well, so that's a little bit grim. I get the kitty. Let's just play this. Let's name white. Let's play this. And we could just try and play as many creatures as we can. Let's target the Basilisk Gate because it might mean a block then, and it's also an untapped land. So like either like we take the initiative for a second, or I mean still it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. We can make this a 4, 5. This gets +2/+2. And they can block whatever as well. It's pretty good. I think cast down's still our best draw here. Cast down, then we can play an Ice Cream Kitty. It's a Chrysalis. Yeah, we can't beat that, I don't think. Now, in terms of what we're looking for here, yeah, we just bring the Dawn, bring in Clerics, and we'll bring in, like, Dresses are kind of good on the play for the Utopia Sprawls, but not as good. Let's just bring in the Accursed Marauders and the Dawn, bring in Clerics. I think that's fine. We want to keep in all the graveyard shenanigans still. Again, the kitties just feel a little bit slower, so we'll probably just gonna cut the kitties. Offerings are offerings. Carrot cakes make 1/1s at least. Maybe just cut an offering. I think we keep all the creatures in that we can. Maybe just cut, yeah, another one of these. I won't waste it also. Like, Nutrient Block's still good, still a good turn 1 play. Okay. We are still going first. This hand's good, especially because we can just start up with an Accursed Marauder to get rid of an Arbor if they play it. They multi 6. Yeah. So we definitely just go white black. We'll play a Veteran. Or if they play an Arbor Elf, then we'll 100% just play an Accursed Marauder. So we'll go this white black. Pass the turn. Relic of Progenitus. Well, we definitely can't bring anything like Dust to Dust. Maybe it is worth it to have like some kind of disenchant effect or whatever with Learn and whatnot. Alright, well anyway, let's just play this. Let's name green on this so we have access to green, and let's play the Lunarch Veteran, and we'll pass. Feels like their turn is a lot slower than their other turns. Alright, well we're definitely going to be Accursed Maraudering that. If that's especially what they're doing as well. We draw a cast down. Well, this is like not a terrible hand here. Let's go Bing Bong. Play Accursed Marauder. I think we just sacrifice this. I guess there's a place where like I could have saved it for a following turn, I guess. Yeah, you can exile, that's fine. Attack. And yeah, we'll have 2 attackers, and then I think 2 cast downs is kind of enough with like double Basilisk Gate. If we draw some more lands, that would be good as well. It's the cat. Jewel Thief, okay. Honestly, I think we still cast down that and just get in. Or we can play a gate and just Basilisk Gate them is an option. No, let's just cast down and get in with both. Play this. It's very close to tapping the wrong lands there. You have to be very careful on what you have. Yeah, you can exile the cast down, that's fine. Let's put that on the bottom, we don't really need that. Let's get in, 1, 2. And then yeah, this cast down's just gonna eat anything that they play. Honestly, I think we might just be going with the gate straight off the bat. That's fine. And let's just do the gate, because I probably want to get rid of the other gate anyway. 2 cards left as well. Alright, Dick, what do you have for me? Yeah, they're just exiling. Fair enough, we'll get rid of the gate. Fanatical Offering. That is an interesting... I mean, we could do that now and get a 1/1 as well and hit a land. I'm kind of into that, to be honest. Let's do an Offering. And so we are targeting this Carrot Cake because we're not getting anything else back. Let's put that on top because they can just hit a land and then we can't do a gate. We draw 2 cards. let's use that as well. So this is white black, this is green black, so we'll name white. And let's just map token onto a rabbit token, I think. Another gate. That's pretty good, to be honest. All right, we continue the 1/1 beats, eh? Hopefully we don't run into a breath weapon. Breath weapon and then cycle relic seems very good for them. I want them to play Chrysalis. Well, actually, I don't want them to play Chrysalis. That will be absolutely cooked. Oh, here it is. Avenging Hunt is not that good either, though. I mean, that's pretty good. If that hits a... Oh, mate, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's probably nightmare scenario right there. So we target the Haster here. So we do, yeah, we target the Avenging Hunter with the cast down. We keep one blocker back in the form of a rabbit token. You can crack them for 6, that's fine. That's fine. And then we will take back. So we can cast down that. They're doing that here as well. That's fine, get rid of that. So we cast down that. We just get in with 2 creatures. Heap Gate's nice as well. Let us play a Heap Gate. I want this Basilisk Gate to be used next turn if we can. And we'll go black. Hit that. Then let us give 1 + X+X. And then we'll attack. Let's just attack like this. 7. And then next turn we can hit with a double Basilisk Gate. And then we get the initiative. We can block something if we need to. If they hit 2, then at least we can hit we can block both creatures. Chrysalis will be obviously good for them. Yeah, boarding party. So this is exactly why we did this like this. And they hit, what did they hit? They revealed 2 cards. Yeah, Asimos. So they'll hit the Basilisk Gate. They know about this other Basilisk Gate. They can't attack with both creatures though, otherwise we cook them with our own gate. So they kind of just attack with 1. You can't attack with both. Well, let's just block 1 each. So we keep this, we can forge onto one thing and then we can just go Basilisk Gate onto something else. Probably get the Rumble. Okay, well, we have lethal now. They know that we have the gate in our hand, so... This was only just 1, by the way. Them hitting boarding parties is a good way to win the game. But they should know that we have the gate, so we'll just cast and play the gate. Just put it on here, I guess. There's no free spells that we have to worry about. Yeah, just get in. All right, game 3. That's very close. I don't think we want to run anything specifically else here. I think that's fine. That one cast down's hiding. We should bring that in. And probably, I think the carrot cakes are fine to get 1/1. Stormbringers are still good. I think everything kind of does its job. The Breathless Knights are also very good as well. We could cut maybe a recommission because of we know they're running the relics. And it's very expensive as well. Like, it only really is good for like carrot cake and the Breathless Knight, which is how we want to be able to play the Breathless Knight. We want to reanimate it. We've got to hit it to reanimate it. 2 lands this is kind of a bit like Winify Hand. Like, yes, we can cast our spells, but that's kind of it. And the Breathless Knight doesn't do much. We kind of need like Rumbles and some faster stuff to really get going. I like this hand, especially with the Curse Marauders. We'll get rid of 1 Dawnbringer Cleric. We'll still name white black. And then we're likely going to be playing in the Curse Marauder straight off. Yeah, we'll still be naming white black. And then hopefully they don't just don't rain us straight off the bat. And they don't play a Utopia Sprawl. Looks like they are playing a Repurposer. Okay, that's okay. Well, here I think we still play the potentially the Curse Marauder. They do get more mana though that way. They're gonna get more mana anyway. I'd rather be able to sack the Cauldron Familiar or something like that. Let's just go this and play Cauldron Familiar, I think. It's just white, black, white, maybe green. In case we draw a Rumble, and then we'll play this. We'll see what they play. Okay, so they obviously drew that Utopia Sprawl. Naming red, I would assume. Yep, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, they can play some very scary stuff right now. Alright, that's one of the scary things. Thermocast, that's pretty good. And they hit the black source. Okay, that's pretty rough. So on our turn, I think what we do is we probably... I mean, they have a 6-3 now. Yeah, they're in for a fair bit. It's like we could almost get away... You know, let's just block the 6-3 and take 3. And then on our turn, I think we play the Dawnbringer. We could play the... Maybe we actually do play this first. Well, they're going to have 4 mana regardless. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think getting a land's pretty important. I think we do play this. A black source land that we get next turn to against the Breathless Knight. That's not going to cut the mustard when you put that away. And we just pass. And I think we still... feels like crap, but we might even sack the Carrot Cake with the Cauldron Familiar to try and fit a land in so we can triple block this boarding party. Which feels like... does not feel good. This Curse Marauder is not as great anymore, but at least we can block this, and then we can, if we get a black source, then we can do that. Let's just bring this in. They don't have much else, so maybe if we're lucky for them to kind of draw just lands, we can get somewhere. I think we did the right play instead of playing Dawnbringer and Cleric though, because they have mana now. They have so much mana. So another cast down, we're bottoming. This is gonna be a problem if they draw like an Avenging Hunter or something that we really need to get rid of. Let's just block this 3 times. And let's just pray for a land and then some nutrient blocks and stuff like that. I think this staves it off a little bit though. Oh, the third cast down in a row. I swear we scryed these bottom. And we bottomed. So we had 3 cast downs onto our deck. That is crazy. Well, we will just play this. It's just the best use of mana, and then we will let's just destroy the enchantment, I guess. They have plenty of mana, but at least let's make them use their Eldrazi spawns or something like that. And crack them for 6. We'll play the other Cauldron Familiar with our Heat Gate, but yeah, that Thermoclast was pretty good. I mean, I think either side of what they draw is going to be pretty busted for them. Either they draw a big creature, or they draw Land Denial, which hits us. I think we played to our outs though. We really needed to hit more lands and we didn't. And maybe that just means we have to run more lands in this deck. Playing Chrysalis. That is difficult. So if we draw like a swamp, it's still pretty grim for us. Well, let's get name black. We'll play the only spell we can. I mean, we still have some blocks and stuff, but it's a bit of an uphill battle now. And the Breathless Knight's a bit too far behind as well. Maybe if we drew like Gate. I know we do have a cast down, I guess, as well. Let's just chump block this. It's the Lunarch Veteran. Well, at least we can play the Lunarch Veteran. Gain some life, play the Accursed Marauder, and then we have a better block for some of our other stuff here. And we're just throwing whatever we can in front of that Chrysalis because it's cooked. Let us sack, I think probably this one. Okay, do a little gain of life there. And then yeah, we can throw the Cauldron Familiar in front of the Wrathing Chrysalis. We can double block a Repurposer, but then we're still kind of stuck in... I mean, we can also, if we double block... Yeah, let's double block a Purposer here. And then yeah, Cauldron Familiar blocks this. We kind of need to draw land and then hit a nutrient block after. I'm surprised we kind of stayed alive this long. There's definitely a shell here that we need to work out. We need to draw untapped land though, and then to have nothing again, really. And they have the Arbor Elf as well, which is like another issue. Okay. Still nothing? Land? I mean, that's technically can be a land. We need untapped land though, which is the problem. We'll play the State of Wayfinder anyway, see what we get. Okay. Breathless Knight is kind of legit. So we can play this and say go, and then we can cast down the Chrysalis, and then we can chump block the Purpose and then chump block it again with the Cleric. But again, they need to draw nothing. Tempest Roll's fine. This is actually a cool game. Probably not for them, it's probably very frustrating for them. Yeah, say to Wayfinder. Okay, well that's fine. We'll just block like this. Block like this. And then we'll cast down this Chrysalis. Well, it's good that we kept one cast down around, eh? It was actually our saving grace. This is actually nuts. Okay, there we go. And then we have to pray for them not to draw anything else. We will still play the Breathless Knight because it's the best use of our mana here. And we're not attacking with the Dawnbringer. It'll literally have a bolt. They have a boarding party. We're cooked. They have lots of ways to win this game. Probably an option that we could have done as well was... did they draw another land, did they? Yeah, we're just blocking with the Dawnbringer Cleric. If this survives, we're attacking with it 100%. Okay. Well, let's play all our lands. Let's. I can't believe we've actually come back from this. I mean, this does feel grindy, this version. And let's play this. I mean, we could actually just get in for a bunch. Maybe we do that. Let's see if this works. And just get us out of a cooked time. Yeah, and this is a 2-turn clock this way. This is better. Yeah, hit for 8. All right, we're somehow ahead now. That was an absolutely insane game that we were able to get ahead there. They may as well attack the Repurposer, but if they don't have a Chrysalis or something, let's just take 3 because this is lethal then if we don't draw another land. Okay, they have the Ice Cream Kitty. Let's just do the thing. Well, we can also play the Ice Cream Kitty. Sorry, we can actually play the Ice Cream Kitty first. And then we don't have to put all our mana into one creature because it's technically a food, so we can get the cat back and make it a 4/4. So we can make this is the correct play first, and then we can do the Breathless Knight on the Breathless Knight. And then it's extra lethal with the cat. So attack like this. I can't believe we won this. The deck did what the deck did, and we just sacrificed this, so... We just get an extra 1. Yep, there we go. All right, there we go. Let's play another one. All right, we are on the play. We're playing against Coco Brazil ARG. Well, I feel like that's like a gaming thingamajiggo. We'll keep this. I kind of, I'm going to go white-green, and then we can play an untapped land. So we'll just start off with, yeah. Well, yeah, let's go white-green, because we might want to play State of Wayfinder next turn. Okay. Oh, are they playing Jund, are they? It's a little bit of a interesting matchup, the Jund matchup. Lots of people are playing this deck as well. We got our land, so let's just go white and then play this. And then we'll play we'll play this tap land. We'll name green for this. We got green, so we might name just white on this one. So we just have the double white. You'll find that comes up a fair bit as well. We've got 2 untap lands now. I wouldn't mind another colourless though. But I think probably what we want to do is at least play the Breathless Knight as a... okay, we're playing a Spire combo. So in this case, we want to get out the Breathless Knight ASAP. Oh, Crackland Shaman. Okay, alright. Let's just play Breathless Knight then. We'll play the gate. White. Oh, hang on. Let's attack first. The other option is we can play the Ice Cream Kitty and the Lunark Veteran, and then play this. But I think I'd rather just get in. We could get a point where like this Breathless Knight could be a little bit bigger. No, let's just play now. I think that's fine. Force them to either deal with that now. These Lunark Veterans come back anyway with life as 1/1s, and then we can get in with like the Basilisk Gate, I guess, or something like that. So the end of the world. So they are just straight Jund, but they're running Segu Wildling. It's a bit of a slog playing against Jund, not gonna lie. They got no artifacts though. So on our turn, all right, Nutrient Block's interesting. I'm kind of even happy to play the Sata Wayfinder and then Ice Cream Kitty later. Play the Kitty, sack the Veteran, replay it. Because I don't even want to bring up the cat anyway, even if we play a Nutrient Block. We should probably play this just in case if we get a Kitty off the top, then we play a Nutrient Block. Yeah, and just get him for a bit more. Let us tap like this. We did not hit a cat. We did not hit anything. That's kind of a bit shite. Well, let's play a land. They can't do too much. I mean, let's attack with these two. Again, I don't really care if they Crackland Shaman, the Lunark Veterans, because they can come back with flying anyway. We've got the Basilisk Gate. And let's just play, we'll keep the Kitty back. Hopefully they don't play anything like Refurbished Familiar, but we just go Veteran. And then, yeah, we'll play the Nutrient Block. These are the hands where I was thinking, like, Refurbished Familiar is obviously not that good in this deck, because we only got 1 artifact. Yep, just playing Chrysalis. And they can still kind of just cook us with something big as well. But I think what we do is just... They might have cast down here, but I'm kind of happy with just going into this Breathless Knight and see what they do. Swamp's interesting. Don't think they have offering. Let's just go... like, I could do a sack, but let's just go... Guess I could put it on a Lunark better and... No, it doesn't do anything. Let's just put it on here. I have to tap a gate as well to do that one. Let's just do this, see what they do. They probably have a cast down though. But this also stops them from just doing like Fanatical Offering this turn. Yeah, this 100% feels like a cast down. There it is. Alright. See, probably end of turn, I'm just going to sack the Nutrient Block and draw a card. We need to start trying to hit something here. Otherwise, this Chrysalis is going to take over the board. I feel like this just has the same kind of issues as like Gates, where Gates isn't very good against Jund because of Wrathing Chrysalis. Maybe at cast down, I kind of want to deal with this Crackland Shaman rather than anything else. Refurbished Familiar. Let us draw a card first, just in case if we draw a cat or something. It's interesting. Well, let's just, yeah, get rid of the Ice Cream Kitty. It probably makes sense for them just to sack. They could just do the Shaman here and just get rid of all this stuff, but we'll see if they do it. Otherwise, we just put everything into a Sata Wayfinder and attack, and then we'll play. Oh no, they are doing it now. Okay, fair enough. But it's like not the end of the world because we can play those now. And then, I mean, we can only play, we got only 2 white sources, I guess. He's got 4 cards in hand, you know. Let's pop out this graveyard. Breathless Knight. Okie dokie. Let's get a carrot cake. Could get a block. I think, well, let's just go get a, turn this. Actually, we can do it all, actually, with how things are. So then we can, let's just do that. Let's go get an ice cream kitty. Get the veterans, and then we just bring back an ice cream kitty. So at least we can, like, semi-draw some cards. Yep, pay 2. Yep. Alright, there we go, opponent. Be kind, don't crackline shaman us. Oh, munitions, so brutal. So they can hit 1 with the Wellspring, which they're probably going to do here. I think just munitions is very good against us regardless. See if we drew a Breathless Knight now, it'd be not too bad. Yeah, I was going to say if I was then I'd just probably get the veterans as well, and then you can just crack in with everything then for 6. Yeah, and then you hit, and we have a 1 swamp as well, so there we go. So it's only for +4 now. And we can put on just as big of a clock as them. Yeah, just heap gate. I guess we'll just churn into the kitty and then just get in. Attack for 6. The other gate would kind of be nice. They might even sack their 3 artifacts to get rid of it, to be honest. Yeah, they might just go sack. But then if we draw a veteran, then it's, you know, that's still pretty big. But their top decks are a lot better than ours, so. Didn't like Chrysalis. Yeah, we're just cooked here. No way we can beat a second Chrysalis. In terms of what we want to bring in, not too much else. I guess we're bringing just the Dawnbringer Clerics. I want to rely a little bit less on the graveyard, so I think we just take out 2 of those. I think the Blood Fountain's still fine. Yeah, we'll run it like this. Alright, on the play. It's unkeepable, sadly. This is better. We'll keep this. We'll probably just bottom. I kind of want it all. That's the issue. Let's bottom a kitty for here because I wouldn't mind the cast down for a Chrysalis. And I want the offering because we just sack the Sector Wayfinder. And we don't have our stuff yet for the kitty. Alright, let's bottom the kitty. Play this, we'll just name black. Let go. Guess we should have named green in case we drew an untapped land here, but this is fine as well. So we really should have gone white green and then white black. There's no universe where we're playing these 2 cards. It's going to be the Wayfinder. Alright, we'll just name green with this. And then, yeah, we're definitely going to play the Sector Wayfinder next turn. Offering's good with Carrot Cake. Would have been a good Dust to Dust hit, this one. If we go to game 3, we'll probably bring in Dust to Dust. It can be quite good against Jund. Alright, let's play the Wayfinder. It did hit a land. We also hit a Familiar, which is nice. Play this. Let's name probably black, I'd say. 1 of each. We'll pass. Then we're probably definitely just firing off an offering if we don't get another land. Wouldn't mind getting Carrot Cake in place, to be honest, either. Dust to Dust would be phenomenal. Just hitting 2 lands here. It's interesting because they obviously don't have like a Refurbished Familiar or anything like that. That's okay. Rumble's good. I think let's just attack for 1 first. And we might even just Rumble, try and get another land, and then we'll play the Carrot Cake so we can bring back a cat if we want to. I want to keep back the black in case we want a Fanatic Offering. Yeah, just do it like this. That is a problem, not hitting a land here. We'll probably have to Fanatic Offering straight off. Like, I think Blood Fountain's a good shout here. The Veteran we can always replay. But yeah, let's go black. Fanatic Offering. Pay the extra. Just like this. Let's try and get in a land. Alright, there we go. We can play that. Can't do much more, but we'll pass. And then next turn, hopefully we could just go Breathless Knight. We should bring back Veteran probably. Oh, I mean, they might just exile everything now. We're playing Refurbished Familiar. In this case, I think we just discard the Dawnbringer Cleric. I think it's the worst card here. Land's definitely our best draw. Let's hope we get a land here. Okay, Carrot Cake. I kind of just want to play that outright. I think let's get some value out of this. And then we'll play the Carrot Cake and try to get a land. Fanatic Offering. That's pretty good. Let's just keep that on top. I mean, we got 2 things for Chrysalis. Way with a Fanatic Offering, get rid of probably this map token. It's not looking too bad. That's what I'm trying to say. I should have definitely brought in Dust to Dust though, and just cut some other chaff. Okay, that's fine if they map token onto that. It's just more if they play another Refurbished Familiar, I'll be a little bit worried. They don't. Okay. Alright. Let's just offering here black. Black on tap the Heap Gate. I wouldn't mind having a lot of colours for everything else. Okay, that's good. Let's play a land. Let's just name white again. Another Breathless Knight's good. The cast sounds also good. I think we just play the Carrot Cake, to be honest. And let's just probably even look for another land, I'd say. Obviously don't have a familiar in the hand unless they would have played it. I mean, I'm kind of up for just drawing all these lands, to be honest. I guess because I want to be able to Blood Fountain to bring back the Breathless Knight if I need to. Let's actually put this on the bottom. We have other scries, other 1/1s. We could probably get something a little bit better. Crocklin Shaman's obviously quite good as well. But I feel like next turn we're just going to be playing a Breathless Knight. And casting down a... yeah. Let's just bin the land. I want all this other stuff, really. Right, that was going to be munitions. And that's probably where I was meant to bring the Nile Spell Bombs as well. Man, they got a lot going on. Kill Mana Gate. Alright, let's play this. Let's tap not like a Drongo. We'll go black. This is we got white green. And this is white black. So let's just tap like this. Ooh. I'm gonna tap black. Yeah, sorry, we will tap like this, black, white, heap gate. If they had another refurbished maybe they would have played it there, and we'll just put that on black, I think. No, we'll put another white sometimes. We have double white pips, triple white. We could play Blood Fountain, but I like the idea of either carrot caking or nothing. We could also just explore on. Maybe we'll just explore onto a rabbit. Yeah, put it in the graveyard. They got a nice spell bomb. It's pretty brutal. It's essentially a 2-for-1. Let's just play the Blood Fountain, and then we will pass. So hopefully they don't just follow up with like two refurbished familiars and a chrysalis or something crazy like that. They got 8 cards in hand, which is a little bit scary. Just the scary part is, I mean, is they can just play chrysalis and then we're pretty cooked. This smells like Crocodile Shaman. Or some kind of removal for our stuff. Breath Weapon, okay. I mean, that's good. We are still going to try and keep this Breathless Knight alive. Bring back the cat. Yeah, put on top. It's pretty good. I don't really care for the Breathless Weapon stuff. That's fine. Gain a crap ton of life. We'll play another Breathless Knight. That's fine. Did we get a scry? Oh, yeah, we did. Sorry. Yeah, we put the Breathless Knight on top. I remember now. Alright, we will play this other Breathless Knight. Oop. White. Black. Just tap you. Play another one. And then... I mean, the other option was we could have just tried the Blood Fountain there. Which could have been worth it, I guess, because they were tapped out and they would have gotten the 2-for-1 and forced them to use it. Yeah. Okay. Let's get him to use the spell bomb. Oh, no. Let's not do the cat right now, actually. I think it's too dangerous, to be honest. Because they can quite easily spell bomb and then we can't use Blood Fountain in response. Alright, well, we're definitely going to get rid of that. At least we're on the board with getting really stand chrysalis. Alright. Ice Cream Kitty. Well, let us start with this. And then we're probably just going to pass... You know what? Let's actually do this now. Because they're going to be trying... They just have to... They have to now spell bomb here, and I would rather not get a 2-for-1. Can't pay for that. And let's just get rid of the carrot cake and bring back this. Oh, that's good. We'll leave that on top, actually. They have to be running out like cast downs and whatnot. They're using 2 cast downs and go for throat, so... Bit sad that everything else gets exiled. But now we got a knight. We can like sacrifice stuff and draw cards and whatnot. Like, this Ice Cream Kitty's 100% getting rid of this blood token. This is another chrysalis. Like... Yeah, offering, okay. And don't get me wrong, like, Refurbished Familiar is pretty good here. Got 6 cards in hand as well, like... Oh, they're just really going through the whole deck here. Alright, Alright, casting down the kitty. Fair enough, fair enough. In Olympus, okay. Well, we just get in with our tokens and then take it from there, I guess. It's probably a bit too hard. They have too much grind. They've gotten rid of our grindy bits. Our grindy bits line up with their interaction very well. What's on top? Let's attack for 2. White, black, just tap that. In you come. And then, yeah, if they play something, they play something, eh? Financial Offering would be good. Probably our best draw. Or a recom now. Makeshift munitions, eh? Well, this is not good for us. And that'd go for throat as well. I think we're pretty cooked at this point. It's just too much interaction. All right, so just a quick wrap up here. So look, this deck had its moments, and it had its moments as well that I was a bit like, okay, this isn't as good. I think that we're probably just really chunked out on our 2-drops. I think we need a way to try and smooth that out more. I don't know if that's more mana creatures or something like that, or we need to run more Satyr Wayfinders and just try and hit our land drops. It's hard to tell. This list, of course, had some very varied numbers because I wanted to see what worked and what didn't. So, you know, the one Jolted Away, a couple Sacred Cats. There were some key cards that I obviously wanted that has been ran in the past with Breathless Knight decks like Lunark Veteran and Cauldron Familiar. I think they worked well. I think what someone did say, like on the comments when we were talking about the deck, is that there is a lot of graveyard hate. And I think our sideboard needs to reflect that better. The Dust to Dust are obviously very nice against Affinity, but outside of that, it kind of felt a bit trash. And we never really wanted to bring it in against like these decks that are just bringing in like Nile Spell Bombs or Relic of Progenitus. Yes, I would bring them in against Jund, and I didn't do it against that Jund deck. But I think I probably should have, and it is a very good card that we should have done. So we could probably run some level of like disenchant effects. I don't know what that could look at currently, but yeah, I think we definitely need to look into that space. Recommission, we didn't really get to see that much, and I think also because there's so much graveyard stuff, we could probably even just cut the recommissions, cut the Jolted Awakes, and focus on just the combo around the Cauldron Familiar, and maybe just run a couple more like artifact land stuff. Maybe we take a page out of the book of that really silly Cauldron Familiar food deck in the Phyrexian Altar, where you're just cycling through stuff. I mean, Breathless Knight does get pretty big if we're able to Mirror Retriever, sacrifice Ichor Wellsprings and whatnot, and get mana through that way. That could be another option. So basically what I'm saying is probably this whole deck could use a little bit of work, but I think it's a good starting point, and I think we can operate a little bit differently from here with it. Yes, we could definitely just cut down to white-black, but I think the Basilisk gates were very important, and the gates allowed us to go the extra colors as well. So I'm curious what you guys think in the comments, and tell me what you think about this deck. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.